My name is Denis, and I'm the author of Chromatone, visual music language. And today I want to show you the elements of. It's one of the pieces of the big Chromatone family of apps, and they are all colorful, and you can use colors to navigate note space and pitch classes, and play sounds and play music, and it's a synthesizer. So we have a 0.4 version of it, so it's quite evolved because it's basically all the work that was done in the main website is just extracted in a separate web app that works even online. You can install it on desktop or your mobile phone or tablet and just play music with it. Make sounds on your device, and you can choose many parameters and change them and explore 4 layers of 6 voices. There are those neat controls, circular knobs that are not only draggable but also scrollable, so it's fun to have all the velocity of the touchpad displaying there, and they feel very, very robust. And also these controls turn on and off effects. So it's a robust synth. You can play a keyboard, just your computer keyboard, and you can see all the notes played. Press escape if some notes can be hung sometimes, but then you can play here on this magical keyboard that's where you can choose any tonic note and a scale, one of probably maybe a couple of, I don't know, maybe 100 also. So major, minor scale, major blues, minor blues, and in this mode you have them just a little less pronounced, so these are like passing notes, so you can just still explore chromatic space but with accented scale, or you can go just straight only the colors that you need for minor blues in C#. And then there's this range, so from lowest and like crazy low ones that you need huge speakers to reproduce these frequencies, but you can reach them with this keyboard. And oh my god, you can go high. And be careful with that, because it's a synthesizer, quite open, and you can reach high volumes, but there's a limiter so no big deal, but be careful with your speakers at loud volumes. So anyway, you can use round that I'm using now. Is just a choose of two here only just shape matters, and it changes to triangle. So sine wave to triangle, this is the choice here. And octave already is set. Gain, it's just volume. Octave offset if you want to just have this layer be shifted. And there is vibrato and rate. You see this vibrates and this moves, shakes a little bit. So this real-time oscilloscope and real-time frequency time frequency analysis, like FFT Fourier transform. Yeah, so then there is okay, let's tame the vibrato. Yeah, and yeah, there's cutoff. That's not particularly useful for these type of oscillators, but yeah, in some cases it can be useful. And yeah, filter envelopes, yeah, this is not important because it's just so pure, just boring, right? So we can go to fat. Yeah, it's now we have, so if we turn off, yeah, we have oh sorry, yeah, it can go z. Yeah, it's pure square wave. Yeah, it's a big deal. So you go to square wave, to sawtooth wave, and you can add a string, simulation kind of thing, Karplus-Strong. It's like string or like a flute, some natural thing happening, and pitched noise with white and pink to choose from. And yeah, you can notice that yeah, you can combine them and make them work together. Yeah, so this is what is here now. Yeah, we have also touch proof and scroll enabled amplitude and filter envelopes. So for fat ones it will be quite important, and it works like a subtractive synthesis. So with this cutoff, yeah, and then you choose envelope, and it can go negative or positive. So yeah, it's kind of funny, interesting detail, and yeah, this should be subtractive, but it's so long to put it here, so I chose this, but maybe we will change. It's just there's still 0 here, so it's just a work in progress, and there are some interesting things to explore in code. Yeah, I just want to show you the effects module, and we'll just explore the code a little bit. So there is ping pong delay, and yeah, it's kind of funny thing. So without shift we have just delay, but with shift we have stereo shift delay. Yeah, that's kind of more funny, more interesting, but still artificial. But with reverb we can have a bigger room with long decay, with modulation, so it's like pulsing a little bit more, and immerse it in this. Yeah, beautiful. So it's quite an able synth, and it's kind of modular, but not in a full modular way. So it's a little rigid structure, but let's go to the structure and see how it goes, because some parts of it are beautifully modular. So what do we have here in the code? We have a Vite application that's full Node.js ES module type of project. So yeah, type module, and we go for full ES6 JavaScript here. I don't use TypeScript, so the dependencies and dev dependencies are the things that really matter for the code, not for describing it. But yeah, I have Pug here as a template engine. I have UnoCSS here and here and here to provide styling very easily and fast and lightweight way that I like. And yeah, I use Vite to build the all the JavaScript into one single HTML file. Yeah, so this plugin makes it so cool that this dist folder contains this index HTML file. That's the whole application, the whole synthesizer is just here. You don't need to be online, you don't need to have a server with this. There is the whole elementary audio library in Wasm just embedded. And yeah, there's a view and all the things that we use and what matter, the MIDI access, all the modules are here. Yeah, in a minified way. And yeah, it's a robust way to share code. So finally it's just script all the way down with styles and body, and application is here and it's rendered on client. So fully client side, offline capable web app. And I think it's cool thing to share how I build it and the structure of it. So maybe you can use it to create your own creative projects with all these modern and open source technology. So Vite is the building, is the main thing we use, and yeah, we just go and define config for it. It's just helping us to stay with all the standard, all the config that's real configuration for Vite. And then we use Vue, UnoCSS, that's configured here. And yeah, we have just a bunch of things we want to use, like features like icons and presets and typography, all these, and Pug. Yeah, I will show you a little bit later. And so we stay with this here. And yeah, it's pretty much it. We have dev server port. It's quite long, it was just random. We have all the plugins, and we have statistics script and service worker. That's important thing in just a build script. So if we go to the index HTML, that will be the starting point for Vite. We will have this on the head with all details about the title and yeah, the author, and then we will have this starting script that we will be using like from the head. By default, it's positioned, this code is in main.js in source folder, and so it's all the code is kind of encapsulated in one folder. But I think it's the repository for this code. Why do I put it in another folder? It's the folder of the code. So in any way, public folder is here. So I think staying in this folder, but main.js starting is just so simple. We can just embed it in this and have a feel of what's happening on the top level, just right there in this index HTML. So yeah, we just mount our Vue app that's coming from the app view, and it's also in the root directory because it's the root of the app. And yeah, why not just have it in the root of the app directory? So we have Chromatone elements up bar, and yeah, you can just pretty much read the code because this is Pug. So what can you read here? That this is a container that's containing elements that contain other elements. So there is like a tag, so it's an anchor. We have a link here and href and a target blank. So yeah, we know that if we click here, yeah, we go to the front page of Chromatone.center. And okay, yeah, and we start playing marimba there. But then yeah, we can go down there, but this is all UI. So yeah, you can see control rotary that control volume and BPM right there. Yeah, so you can read through the layers. So the list of layers is just a list of strings that go to controls that control everything, and they try to control them with clicks, and in styling we check those controls if they are 1 or 0. So yeah, here we go. And yeah, control ADSR components. So yeah, we can see that we use more components here. And MIDI keys is one of the biggest and important ones here, and just MIDI keys. And it's bigger in components. Yeah, we're almost got to the bottom line. So after we have all the show part of the display, and yeah, you can play it if you want. The FFT and the scope, and basically this is MIDI thing, because yeah, you can just connect your MIDI device and start playing it just in an instant. I will try to maybe connect my MIDI device now. Let's see if it will work. Yeah. And you can see it here. So here is MIDI log, basically, yeah. So, but where is, okay, but styles, but where is the code itself? But it's too short, okay? But yeah, we can see that we import a bunch of things, and yeah, we know that there are components, and control ADSR, control rotary are speaking for themselves. You get minimum, maximum, step, parameter is a name, just a string. Unit is just a string also that you can put after this number. Fixed number of numbers of after the dot, after decimals, and these are the bindings for MIDI. And if we go there, okay, we have all these logics encapsulated with drag and wheel. So yeah, you can see that we just decompose this X and Y from delta, from the event of wheel and also drag, and then we just use this to change values. So we update the values internally. And the code is also in Pug, and cool thing is that we're using SVG with group. That's cool that we can change color for the whole app, and it will change here if we want. Yeah, but main thing is that we have circles, and yeah, this path has this stroke dash offset that's dependent of this on this state internal. So we have this path growing from 0 to full, almost full circle, full path. Yeah, with the scroll and drag. Yeah, and it's really responsive and fast, and yeah, fun to code. Some CSS is out here, but I more and more prefer putting all the styling in templates, so it's just so robust, and you can see, you can read that it's absolute horizontal. Yeah, it's small, it's a little shifted, and it's not too bright, and yeah, you can find that arrow there. So yeah, it's kind of fun to explore. Yeah, MIDI keys is a big thing, big component with also all the SVG parts. So it's SVG from the start. It's, yeah, now we can control the width and height, and there is all this activity, and it's already importing some of our composables and logics and other components. So it's a complex thing, and even this key plays notes itself, so it's controlling the notes. So the actual note playing is happening not in the top component of MIDI keys. So yeah, probably it might have its own directory, and yeah, I just pretty much copy pasted this from Chromatone.center, that where I developed it all. But yeah, I want to make it like usable elements, easily accessible for my own projects, for my many other planned apps to release. And yeah, so maybe soon these components will be exported as a package, as I will show you later. So let's go and look through other components. And yeah, so we already are diving into some code, because now the component itself is just a canvas for the FFT, and everything is happening internally in this reactive computed thing object that shows the FFT of chosen the chosen FFT meter, data that's available from the audio graph, and then extracts all the information from there to just draw it as these peaks. Yeah, colorful, colorized to the notes. So if you play like this orange, you will see orange there, and yeah, it will be true for all the frequencies, and you can just explore the so I can just see, okay, there is F. Yeah, definitely there's F, the third one, the third. Yeah, and they are fifth apart, so great explorations there. Yeah, I think yeah, we just can look around these composables and just proceed little more with code. So the main thing here is that these are modules that we can use, and we're using only pretty much one main module, is this use synth with play, stop, controls, groups, voices, and params. So voices are displayed right there and played actually. So play and stop are used in any place you can play sound, and controls are used to control these parameters that are grouped in groups, and these are parameters. So yeah, this is beautiful thing. So you just use one thing and get all this functionality. And yeah, I will make it a package soon, so stay tuned. Yeah, and then we have MIDI, so we can connect them just right here, and we are doing this precise thing. We just watch the MIDI note that will update with any MIDI message that we will have from our MIDI inputs, and we will just play that note as it is, and it just works. Press escape to stop all, and these are layers, these are effects, this is this choices here. And we have use cycle lists. Maybe it's overkill, but yeah, why not? So I like to use Vue use for such things. This will control which one is chosen. Okay, so yeah, use synth is a big thing, and yeah, it's quite a long script, but it consists of even more parts, and yeah, it's not optimized completely. I have some work to be done even with sounds, and one layer is just out because there's technical task to be done, but yeah, pretty much it is right there. So use MIDI, use synth. But what I want to show you, not all these initiation and how the voices are arranged, and how the parameters are done internally to be reactive, and then control the audio parameters that are happening inside elementary JS. So this is the driver for this. This is the audio system that we use, and it will go right there. So it's already here. So this is happening in the realm of elementary. It's starting from EL, and we are limiting everything with EL10H. That's limiting this sound to not exceed 1, and approaching this, it will tame the sound. So yeah, it's pretty much limiter. And then we will use this volume to multiply by all the voices that we have. So we just multiply. This is pretty much math, and yeah, it's fun when you know math. But if you're not, I mean, you can know math, but this is audio math, and audio frequency, it's high frequency. How to think about it, it's hard. But anyway, you just add those voices. So we just have a map of voices that are 6 by now, and we can just have these layers here. And where do we get these layers? And let's just complete the cycle, and then we go to layers. So we have these analyzed. So we got these little analyzed so we have this FFT and this scope that are displayed right there. We have this, then we have ping pong and stereo delay. So we have this information more about the synthesis, not about the effects. We just go, and I use SRVB reverb that's available as open source, and that's one of these elements here. So elements are these layers and are these effects. So ping pong and SRVB. Yeah, and we have play that's cycling these received notes through voices, and this is where all the magic happens of changing the parameters that will change the volumes and trigger ADSR curves to work in sync with our clicks or MIDI messages. So yeah, MIDI note, we also have the assignments for keyboard right there. So key down, key up, and the list of keys is imported from note keys. So it's a beautiful config file. Maybe you might change it if you want, or extend it somehow. Yeah, and that's it. We just export everything right there that can be used, and we use it in the app view. So only one thing to walk through is just, yeah, in the voices we finally generate this core elementary create refs that have this node and the setter. So we use this in the graph and use this to set this value in the graph. So I just add the smoother a little bit to this value, and then we have this setter assigned to one of the voice setters. So then when we cycle through voices, we update internally, and yeah, and that's a complex structure. If you want, you can read the code, but yeah, what's important is the layers of each voice, and these are here. So we have this fat, round, and noise, and other layers here. So let's look at the round, or let's start from, yeah, round is fine. So these are parameters that are exported, and then they are processed with use params to make them refs, like voices here. Yeah, so we also have refs that are smoothed out, and we have controls that set the setters. So we watched all controls, and I want to solve this. I think this is inefficient part. I want to make this better, because now whenever each of these controls are changed, we just go and set all the setters. So we'll update all setters for all controls. But elementary is fast, and I hope it's doing good. Maybe I would set here like a timeout function. I mean, not the timeout, but yeah, zero timeout. So maybe they will go more in parallel. But anyway, and overwhelmed elementary even more. But yeah, finally we can enjoy these elements folder where we just explore sound and synthesis, not the JavaScript development and UI. So we have params, and we just create new lines if we want them to use in our graph. And you can set value, you can set minimum value, maximum step length. So yeah, what's the precision of our movement? Is it hidden? Yeah, am I hidden? But now it's actually, I'm not using this hidden in the code. But anyway, you can add params because you can then have them. Yeah, no, maybe because here you have all you need. And yeah, you get it from use synth right from there. Create this round, and yeah, we just pass voice parameters. CV is the parameters that are exported, and BPM, that because I like to use BPM. But you can give it more if you want. So yeah, this is here. So CV is just these parameters, contains these parameters. So any of these will be found here. And gate, MIDI, and velocity are the voice parameters. So gate sets 1 to when it's playing, 0 then it's not. MIDI is the pitch and frequency, and velocity is the volume. So we can just probably multiply everything by gain, and we will set the volume. So we can start from end and see that again we are limiting the signal, multiplying by on. So if it's 1, it's on. If it's 0, we hear only silence. Multiply by 0. And yeah, you can see that we have this code. So we have just round things. So we have cycle is just sine wave and triangle, and then we make this mix of them based on sine and cosine functions and these formulas. So we choose from 0 to 1, we choose shape, and we multiply and add these, multiply by these as coefficients. And yeah, it's kind of smoother than linear. And then we just the frequencies are calculated here from a MIDI this, and we just have vibrato here also, and we add the octave here. So octave shift is just multiply the frequency by 2 to the power of this octave, and even for negative it works. So envelope are triggered by gate. We have the attack, decay, release set here, and oscillator and filter cutoff. So yeah, this is all in a graph. You can read it, and yeah, so the synth and its parameters, and you can just add new. And I just excluded this because I need to find a way to embed that mp3 file that's used as an initial sample. I believe it's easy to do with Vite, but I'm not sure. I need to explore it more, and not to make this or maybe I can even I can synthesize that sample. Yeah. Okay, let's explore more with this sound. And yeah, this string simulation is just so fun to explore with excitation. And basically this delay is what's making it a real simulation of a string, because it's a signal going back and forth and resonating. And yeah, it's beautiful to explore all the synthesis and all the capabilities that just emerge when you understand that you're building a beautiful music instrument that people can enjoy all over the world for free and install on their devices, and yeah, just have fun with Chromatone elements. So yeah, this is the code. This is a review of it. Yeah, main thing to mention about the structure is this manifest JSON that's always updated, because this is the thing about the PWA for the application, and this service worker is important, so it's installable and it caches well and updates as fast as it can, so you will stay updated with your self-hosted version as you are online. As you're offline, you just work, you just play what every time you want on your iPhone, iPad, or desktop. So yeah, this is the application and how it's built. You can build it now, you can use it as a platform for your own builds. It's pretty solid because yeah, if you, I just pressed development here, but npm run dev, and you have it on your local host. And the build times are not too long, so it's about 2 seconds, and we get these 700 kilobytes of code. That's all it is, and yeah, all the app is here, and you can even open this just in here, just from file. Yeah, okay, forget it. Just from file, and it will work still. So, oh, sorry, in another tab, it's a little suppressed now. So last thing to mention is that yeah, I would like to share all this code. It's already MIT, it's already open source, but I would try to make this lib version so you can use all the pieces of this code in your app, and I would use it as pieces of my own apps, because I have great plans for new apps to be built, and I enjoy writing code by myself. Yeah, consulting with AI, but writing it in my style. And yeah, I enjoy what's happening now in open source community in JavaScript. The Vite and Vue, they're so efficient and getting more and more efficient with Vapor and everything. So let's see where it goes. And yeah, stay tuned with Chromatone elements, that repository. Put us as star, and yeah, look out for new releases. I would be posting here. Yeah, thanks for your time. I hope you have inspiration to play some music, write some code, and explore more all these intermedia space. So thanks for joining me. Bye.